What's going on, everybody? Welcome back in, and today is the first review on this channel. And like I said, if you guys don't know how this channel works, I'm just a regular guy that reviews videos. A lot of the people that review YouTube videos are critics and things like that, and I just wanted to bring just some natural vibes to movie reviews and hopefully inspire you guys to watch movies on your own. So we're gonna break this down into 4 parts of how I do this review. If not, then I'd be overthinking of how to do these. So it's 4 parts, okay? So what I saw, we're gonna be talking about what the movie's about and whatever the case may be. Number 2, we're gonna be talking about what I felt, how the movie made me feel, just kind of go into depth about that. And 3, what I know. I like to inform you guys about the movie, who worked on the movie and things like that, and hopefully send you guys out with some knowledge. And number 4, what I thought about the movie. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Starting first, what I saw Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. It's about Robert Oppenheimer and everything leading up to the Manhattan Project and the development of the atomic bomb, what happens before, after, and during the atomic bomb. And it's a great movie. And like other people, like most people that watch movies casually, I just thought this movie would be a 3-hour movie. That 3-hour history movie that was pretty lame. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a mature movie. This is a adult movie. And if you guys are like really into like social media and probably tweeting about what Simone Biles is doing, if her husband is right or wrong, then this movie is probably not for you. I'm just being honest. This movie is a very intense movie. When I saw the runtime for this movie, which was 3 hours, I was like, oh wow, you want me to commit 3 hours of my life to you in hopes you make a good movie? And I'm not gonna lie, Christopher Nolan absolutely crushes this, and this movie is absolutely amazing. I've never watched a movie where I felt all 3 hours of the time was worth it, and this movie actually does. It's amazing, and it's great. And I'm gonna also leave all the reviews here spoiler free so you guys can enjoy them yourselves. Even if they're old classic movies, it doesn't matter. I just want you guys to go out there and enjoy some movies and ignore the mic. It helps me talk. Okay, so number 2, what I felt. Okay, this is pretty heavy. So what I felt that this movie was excellent, and it puts the pressure on you of all the pressure that Robert Oppenheimer may have to went through and experience making the atomic bomb, the people depending on you to make the right decisions. Can you finish what we're trying to do in World War II, which was in the war? And man, I didn't think I would be able to commit to this movie fully because I'm not political and things like that, and a lot of the terms, but I have to commit Christopher Nolan's writing here, because I was like, I'm not gonna know the terms of the political stuff. A lot of the political stuff I'm not into, and I'm not gonna lie, this movie has all the political terms and things like that for people that are well versed in this area, World War II and things like that. And for people that casually, you know, experience these things like me, uh, it had terminology that I can still partake in the movie, and it still made me feel well in knowing where I was in the story. The writing in the movie was absolutely phenomenal, and I definitely think this is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I know that's probably a strong thing because there's so many more movies I have to watch, but this is one of the best movies that I have watched uh, during my time of living, which isn't very long. But let's just say this movie was great. It had all the things that I, adore. Great cinematography, the actual expression. Cillian Murphy, this is my first time actually experiencing some of his work, and the way that he was communicating feelings throughout the eyes and things like that was just absolutely amazing. Another person that did great was Robert Downey Jr. I didn't recently looked up this thing that was talking about runtime in movies and how sometimes we feel as a person has been on the screen for a long time, and but it's impactful. And I think that thing happens here. It feels like I saw him for a while, but not in a bad way. All the time I seen him, it seems like he was adding value to the movie, which he does. And it seemed like I was seeing him a lot. But I actually feel like he may have not had a long runtime in this movie, and that is even more impressive just because of how well he does and succeeds throughout this movie. Emily Blunt, of course, does another amazing job. Probably one of my favorite scenes in this movie. I do not know too much about her. Please do not rip my head off, but I will say that she did great in this movie, and she wasn't even the star person, and it kind of shows you how many people just commit to, you know, Christopher Nolan's work and things like that. And it was amazing. It was amazing. She did great. She has a very impactful scene that was almost a tearjerker for me. And I'm not too well versed in the awards or things like that, and that's something that hopefully I can explore with this channel with you guys. And I will say that I don't know if the Emmys, Oscars, whatever, the big awards are, I will say that the people that worked in this movie definitely deserve an award, and that if that's an Oscar or an Emmy, then they definitely should be nominated or considered for the work that in this movie. What I do know, all right, so I do know that the cinematographer Hoyt Van Hoytma was on this movie, and he partakes in some of my favorite movies that I have watched throughout my life, and it is great. Like I said, the director is also Christopher Nolan, those things like that, and they have worked very hard on this movie. What I thought, this is the last part. What I thought, I'm gonna do my reviews out of 5 stars. Man, this movie would be totally a 5 stars for me. I've never, like I said, experienced a time where I'd had dedicated 3 hours of my life completely through a movie. I didn't pick up my phone not one time. I didn't worry about what the other things that was going outside of this film was. I mean, I fully partake. I feel like I partook in Oppenheimer's life, and I I understood it. That's how deep this movie is. And like I said, it's a very mature movie, so some people would not like this movie. Like I said, if you're, not maybe the mature type, or that's what I would consider. Or maybe you guys just don't like biopics. Sometimes that is also the thing. Some of us do not enjoy biopics of like other people and going through the life. And man, I definitely do. I feel like biopics are getting back into that great vibe. And man, this is one of the best ones that I have ever watched. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Like I said, it's the first review. Oppenheimer, go see it. 5 out of 5 stars. Peace.